From jazz ensembles to barbershop quartets, we are delighted by the sound of harmony. Why? Bringing four parts together and creating a sound that delights our ears, our brains, our hearts, and attracts us even as the singers dance on a discordant note, leaning into the clarity of resolution of harmony. This is happening in our workplace right now. Gen Z has just entered the workforce in greater numbers, and what they're noticing is a discordant note. Leaders, today you're going to receive 3 tips on how to get started on creating harmony in your workplace. Hello, I'm Sarah Graves, Chief Relationship Officer for inviteCHANGE. Let's get started with tip number 1, skill development. Keep in mind that Gen Z had their education completely interrupted by a very long quarantine. That means they didn't have teachers and coaches. So instead of having a 2-day or a week or a quarter to onboard your Gen Z people, think about a year-long program that would have mentorship and training and sequential leadership programs. This will not only help your younger generation, it will help all generations as you up your game and make skill development a key portion of your onboarding. Leaders, it's very important that your managers are bonused or have in their KPIs the intergenerational relationship development. Any disparaging or negative remarks or negative impressions of the younger generation really affect teaming. And what you're looking for is the most effective teaming. One quick tip from the Harvard Business Review that I love, and we do it at inviteCHANGE, is to have the younger generation work with senior employees on their tech skills and social media. Our CEO, Janet Harvey, works with our customer care associate Paige to learn how to navigate LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and it gives her great delight when she gets it. And then Paige feels confident and more contributory as she brings what she knows to the workplace. Tip number 2, stress management. Long before Gen Z, we had this in spades in our workplace. Stress. It costs American business over $500 million a year in absenteeism, loss of productivity, and apathy. So Gen Z is bringing an awareness of stress because their whole lives got stressed out with COVID, with being marketed to, overwhelmed by media and global connection. They love it, but it can also be overwhelming and stressful. So what can you do as a leader to bring into your organization? Here's a couple of tips. To relieve stress, bring in counselors that are available either through a console app or something they can access on their phones. Make meditation a norm. We have tons of research showing that meditation calms down anxiety and helps employees be more productive. Have a mindfulness app on your console, and that will help employees slow down, be aware of what they're doing, and up their productivity and their job satisfaction. Keep in mind that this helps all of your employees. The irony that we have is that this has been around for decades, and this is our excuse or our reason to fix it and make it work in the marketplace. And my favorite stress management tool right out of Harvard Business Review is coaching interventions. Coaches can help younger employees gain confidence, relieve anxiety, and bring their authentic leadership more to the forefront. Before I get to tip number 3 on creating harmony in the workplace, please hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell so whenever we have new content, you'll get a notification. Tip number 3, emotional intelligence. Because this generation has been tested not by a moment, not by an incident, but by a collection of losses, they are not as emotionally intelligent as perhaps generations before. And we know from statistics that leaders need emotional intelligence so that they can self-manage their emotions, so that they can have a perspective of the workforce and the teams that they're going to lead, and the ability to step away and step up and see things more clearly. So providing emotional intelligence either through a specific program or through a coach is a really great way to prepare your Gen Z for the future and to benefit your company. Because we know from ROI research that coaching cultures outperform non-coaching cultures by more than 2 times. Gen Z missed out on a lot of the rites of passage that helped develop them. They missed out on proms and graduations and theater and arts, athletics, so many things that we take for granted that develop us and help us be better on teams because of teamwork and perspective and self-awareness. Emotional intelligence and making this available throughout the career of your Gen Z leaders is going to pay dividends, because as they lead from a place of greater perspective, greater awareness, dignity, and humanity, it will benefit your entire organization. Perhaps we will not just be at work better than before, but we can be at work better than we've ever been.